Today I'm going to be talking about Twing turbines. Wind energy is one of the safest ways to obtain energy. While there are many other ways to obtain energy, wind energy is preferable due to the fact that it is safe and is also efficient. The information I will provide you with today is important because this could potentially be the way we obtain energy in the near future. The three main topics that I will be talking about today are the size and energy production of the turbine, the environmental impacts, and the best places for this turbine. Starting with the size and energy production. The turbine is fairly small, but don't let the size of the turbine fool you. It can produce massive amounts of energy that can double the amount of energy produced by the giant wind turbines we see in the fields. What causes this is the high altitudes that it can reach. The high altitudes lead it to catch stronger winds that give it more energy. Now the turbine itself, it is made up of a storage unit that contains all the power and energy collected with the turbine connected to it. It is very demanded by organizations and companies because it is small and it can be placed in many places, and multiple can be placed in one spot, therefore giving more energy. Now, with it being small, it leads on to my next point, the environmental impacts of it. The environmental impacts are small. There's a low chance for impacts on the environment, because not only does a small size save humans, but it also saves environments and animals from being harmed. It does not take up much space, and it will not destroy ecosystems, environments. It will not destroy anything. The turbine itself doesn't take damage at all. Few damage, maybe, if even. The most damage it could take, or interference that it could take, is probably from any storms or rain or snow. That would be the most likely causes of any interference or disruptions with the turbine. Other than that, it is pretty much ideal, and it is easily installable. And that moves on to my next point, is the best places for these turbines. The most ideal places for these turbines are in secluded, isolated areas, somewhere where it is open, because where more can be placed, the more energy that will be produced. The more remote, the more energy, basically. These still can be placed anywhere, in any small space. It doesn't have to be secluded, it doesn't have to be isolated, it can still be placed anywhere. But it works best if it's out somewhere remote. For example, in Alaska, they have a bunch of these with all the open space that they have, no interference. All it does is just collect the energy. And its installation and transportation is so easy. With it being small and it just being a storage unit with the turbine attached, it is easily transportable, unlike the giant turbines, with them having many parts, having to take longer to travel, with having to gather all the materials to make them. These are cheap, they don't take much materials to make, and they can be installed easily. All you have to do is just place them, and they're ready to go. Now, coming to a close, I want to address the topics that I have covered. The size of the turbine and the energy production, the environmental impacts, and the best places for these turbines.